Hello and welcome to the Inspiring Life School podcast. This is your host, Frances Vidakovic, and on this podcast, I'll be sharing with you the most valuable strategies to live your one wildly beautiful and most precious life. Because this is it, my friend. In case you haven't guessed, when it comes to life, there's no rewind or pause button that exists. They say that the way that you spend your days is the way that you spend your life. So my one and only goal here is to help you stop wasting your time, stop holding yourself back in life, stop experiencing non-stop negative mind chatter, stop just dreaming without doing, and start living life fearlessly instead, with more purpose, focus, and intention. I sincerely want you to live life in a way that when you come to the end of it, you know deep down in your heart that you 100% gave it your all, flaws and all. This podcast is not about doing life perfectly. Instead, it is about experiencing and living life with more clarity and courage and truly appreciating this precious adventure that we are so blessed to be on. So if you're with me here today, it's time to stop spinning in circles, get off the hamster wheel for good, put your hands back on the steering wheel of your life, and finally start living life in a way that you won't later regret. With that being said, let's dive on in. Hello, my friend, and welcome to the Inspiring Life School podcast. I'm your host, Frances Vidakovic, and this bonus episode, in addition to the 7 that follow, will be a special behind-the-scenes look at some important foundational lessons that I created for an old coaching program of mine. So I recently found these sitting in my business vault, and I thought, oh my gosh, I absolutely should share these. Even though they're a little old, I'm pretty sure they're around 2 years old, I'm still 100% aligned with everything that I teach in these older videos. So these bonus episodes, I want you to consider them to be a belated Christmas gift from me to you. These lessons, which were previously only available to private students of mine, are what I consider to be essential knowledge that you 100% need to embrace if you want to achieve amazing results in your life. So embracing these lessons are definitely going to help you feel calmer, more focused, and more intentional in your life. Now, I should note, I've definitely grown a lot as a teacher and a speaker since I first recorded these videos, thank gosh. But trust me, these episodes are still worth a listen, as the content still to this day forms a core foundation upon which everything that I teach inside the Inspiring Life School, all my courses, all my programs, you need to know this stuff. You absolutely do. So these episodes will all be short and sweet, but my gosh, they really do have the power to totally transform your life, especially if you don't just listen, but you go ahead and implement the teachings in your own life. So with that being said, sit back and please enjoy my little surprise gift for you. Welcome, my friend, to the very first foundational lesson. So here in these foundational lessons, I'm giving you a really strong foundation so that anything that you learn inside this coaching program is going to have a really solid base. So just imagine that you're building a house. You don't want to build the house on really shaky ground. You need it to be solid so that anything that you build upon it will stay strong, will feel supported, and won't fall apart like the moment the winds come or the weather changes. You want it to be at a point that you feel like you can tackle anything afterwards and that you're not going to collapse. It needs to be strong. So the first foundational lesson that I'm going to be introducing you in this video is something that I actually live by. It's one of my own personal philosophies. It's guided me for so many years, and it's this: life is short and time is precious. So when you really understand that life is short, it means that you do not take life for granted. You understand that even though we are so blessed to be alive right now, you actually don't know how much longer you have in this world. And a lot of us feel like we're going to be around forever, which is why we, tell ourselves excuses, we procrastinate, we leave things till another day. When the truth is, all we have is right now, and we don't know what's around the corner for us or anyone else in our families or in our friendship circle, whatever. It's a truth for everyone. So when you embrace this fact that life is short, that we don't know what awaits us, it means that we start to be more intentional with our time. We use our time wisely, because that's the second part. The second part of the philosophy is that time is precious. Time is precious because time is all we have on this earth. And when you understand those two things, that life is short and time is precious, it means that we get to be so much more productive and useful and intentional with our time. We don't waste it. We don't just squander it and we think that we have more at our disposal the next day. You might, but you might not. And I really believe that it's way better to go out there and live each day as if it could be your last, because you never know, it might be. We don't want it to be that way, but we don't actually know what is around the corner for us. And I feel like that is why I believe that life is so beautiful and so precious. And I want you guys to have that same understanding that we are so blessed to be in this community together. We're so blessed to be united with other people who think like us, that life is worth fighting for, that our dreams are worth fighting for. And because life is potentially really short, we want to make our time here on earth really fantastic. Like, we want to chase our dreams. We want to dream big. We want to take big action, actually just to take action towards chasing dreams that make our soul and heart feel so happy. And we want to feel useful, and we want to feel as if our contribution to the world has provided value to others and to ourselves, because that's what's going to give us a sense of peace and a sense of feeling like we've lived life really well. So if anything, I just want you to finish watching this really short video, understanding those two things. Life is short, time is precious. I want you to use it wisely because you are here for a reason. You're in this world for a reason. You have so much fantastic things to offer others and yourself. And so why not begin using that time wisely, beginning today? So we have so many fantastic foundational lessons coming, but we're starting with number 1. Life is short, time is precious. Please keep that in mind, and I can't wait to catch you in the next foundational lesson. I'll catch you there. Thank you so much for listening to the Inspiring Life School podcast. I really appreciate you allowing me to be a part of your life. If you'd love to stay in touch, please know that you can always find me on Instagram at Vidakovic, or you can visit my website inspiringmumlife.com, where you can sign up and receive so many amazing freebies that I've created just for you to help you implement all my teachings into practice. There you'll also find all my online courses, resources and programs that I've created to help you up-level your life in seriously the simplest way possible, so that you can ultimately create for yourself a life that feels simpler, lighter, and allows you to show up in a way that you love as your best and most authentic version of yourself. Now remember, this podcast is all about not just dreaming but also doing, because to create true sustainable change in your life, you need to be willing to do things differently. And that's what I'm here to support you to do every single step along the way, so that you too can begin to live your one wild and precious life with less stress, less overwhelm, less drama, and instead with zero regrets. Finally, if this podcast resonates with you at all and you appreciate the content, I would absolutely love for you to show your support by leaving me a review on Apple Podcasts. I'm on a mission to help more people wake up to the preciousness of life and to help them live their days with more intention and purpose, and your review will help make this goal of mine possible. Well, once again, thank you so much. I have loved spending this time with you, and I look forward to connecting with you again. I'm Vidakovic, and you have been listening to the Inspiring Life School podcast.